Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacky and this is my channel Jacky Knits, where I share all my knitting process and what I've been knitting recently. So today is December the 9th and it's today Vlogmas Day 9 of Vlogmas 2024. I skipped the weekend of filming because I was feeling really unwell and I didn't want to force myself filming. So today I'm back and I'm now today doing like a special episode where I'm showing you all my hand-dyed sock sets or sock yarns in general from different indie dyers I've collected so far. I have not that many, but I just wanted to share them anyway. And this is also going to be like today's Advent. You may notice from my other Vlogmas episodes that I'm doing my kind of own Advent version where I just browse through my stash every day until Christmas doing Vlogmas, and I just pick out a yarn or a yarn quantity of my choice and then review it a bit and tell you also what I will make with it. So it's kind of stash busting, stash cleaning, and also Advent opening. So I find this really exciting, and some of you provided me really positive feedback that you like my own Advent version as well. So that makes me super happy that you enjoy it as well. So before I ramble too much, I would like to start with my hand-dyed yarn collection and just show you what I'm up to with them. So the first skein was actually a order with another skein that I don't know where I put it, but I've knitted it halfway. But I'm just going to show you the full skein. So this is Sorella Yarns nylon sock, 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. And it's in this really cool pine, okay, now I can see better, pine colorway. This is the colorway Tuileries, and it was her summer pre-order. I think it was the Garden Collection Part 2. Garden Collection. This is Tuileries from Sorella Yarn, and each skein contains of 100 grams and 400 yards. And it's so pretty. So pretty. Definitely gonna make socks, obviously, because this is sock yarn. But I'm still debating on what pattern. I really like Sari Nordland's patterns because she is the queen of lace and cable knitting. Okay, the other queen of cable knitting is Magdalena Parker from Knitonomy, but she's another level of cable knitting. So I really like Sari Nordland's lace sock patterns, and I have a lot of her in my sock pattern collection. So I would love to either knit up the Roseland socks or the Ballard socks or the, I don't know what they're called, the Lulu socks. Like they're just subtle texture, but not like too much texture. I think the Lulu socks look quite cute and would look amazing in this green colorway. But just let me know in the comments. Maybe you have some patterns in mind that I don't have or that I never heard of. So if you have any pattern recommendation for socks, especially texture socks or cable, lace, texture of any kind, just let me know. I would love to browse through your ideas. So this is my first skein. Continuing with another pre-order. No, it was not a pre-order. It was in stock yarn from Coast to Coast Yarn, which I haven't heard before until I started watching those twins who knit on YouTube. They have such a lovely knitting podcast and seasonal knitting ideas, or what I'm knitting seasonally videos, and I find them so authentic, so kind, and so interesting and so inspiring even, that they influenced me indirectly to shop at Coast to Coast Yarns. And I don't know which of those twins it was. I think it was Jessica, or was it Rachel of those twins on it. I'm just gonna search up the project because these socks look so beautiful that I needed to buy the exact same pattern and the exact same yarn just to copy her socks and just make my own. So these are the two yarns from Coast to Coast Yarn Co. This is the colorway Unexpected Friendship, and this is the colorway Light Rose, both in her classic sock base, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 100 grams, 400 yards, so the same yardage and same everything as Sorella yarns. And this Unexpected Friendship colorway is like actually my hand-dyed color love, because it's beige or whitish beige, and then it has so many pretty speckles of browns and grays and gold and orange and green and even some blue specks, as you can see here. Like, so many colors, so pretty. So this beauty here will turn into the Monday Sunday socks by Sorry Nordland, and it was heavily inspired by one of those twins, and I don't know which one it was, but I'm gonna insert her picture of her finished Monday Sunday socks right here so you can see and fall in love with them as I did, because they look so stunning. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. And this light rose colorway, I think I'm gonna turn into the muscle bar hat. I said in the beginning that I'm gonna knit socks because obviously it's sock yarn, but I think I'm gonna turn this into the muscle bar hat, which was also kind of like a little influence of Jacky's making, because she's also doing a knitting podcast on YouTube, and I really love her like scheme and design and editing and everything. And she knitted a muscle bar hat with hand-dyed yarn. I don't know if it was double-stranded or fingering edition, but the good thing about the muscle bar hat pattern is that you can knit with any gauge, and she provides like information in her pattern, like on which gauge you're knitting and how many increases you have to do and how many rows to knit. So this is really so cool. So I think I'm gonna knit a fingering hat, a muscle bar hat. Sorry, I had a hiccup. So yeah, this will turn into a muscle bar hat, and this beauty here is gonna turn into the Monday Sunday socks. Yes. So continuing to the next 3 yarns, which are all from Olivia and Oliver Fibers. She lives in the Netherlands, does the yarn in the Netherlands, and she had a summer pre-order in August. And let me quickly check. So these 2 yarns are from her pre-order, and this was a in-stock yarn I really loved online. So I just ordered this with my pre-order, and then it was delivered all in one. This is all her classic sock base, and she's doing 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, so a little bit different than Coast to Coast and Sorella. And she has hangs of 200 grams and 425 meters. It's 2-ply, and this is in the colorway Hot Cocoa, which is really like very soft, washed out, grayish, brownish colorway, and they just look so stunning. And I would love to knit the poet socks out of them, which is also a lace pattern, but I would only wear my hand knit socks inside in my, little stockings. so I wouldn't wear them outside. So I don't mind if it's just a good-looking lace sock, because I would just wear them at home. And just imagine this really subtle, muted brown in a poet sock. I think they will look so stunning. And of course, I can always like do a contrast heel or a cuff or a contrast toe with one of the yarns, because usually my foot size is EU 36, so I usually knit like the smallest sock size with 56 stitches and 2.25 needles. So it usually just takes me up to 60 grams for a skein to knit 2 socks, like a pair. And I always have quite some yarn left of my hand-dyed yarns, so I can always just mix and match and see, you know, am I in the mood for a contrast cuff, heel, toe, or only one contrasty of the 3? So poet socks, I think we have a deal. I think poet socks would look just amazing with it. So yeah, this is this one. And then we have my 2 pre-order skeins. So this is, where is it? This is honey frozen yogurt, and this is sticky buns. This is like a really rusty brown, I would say, compared to, where do this one? Oh yeah, this one gives quite a big contrast. So this is sticky buns, and then this is hot cocoa, and you can see like this is really more rusty, and this is really muted and like gray brown. So for this hank, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure what sock pattern I want to make, so I'm open for ideas. But I thought about the linen socks, I think they're called, by Simone Ryan of Frost Knitwear. I think her sock pattern is fingering, but let me just check after filming, because there's so many patterns out there in different gauges, and I'm always confused, and you know, I mix and match them. So I think these linen socks, I think her sample is also knitted in like a rusty red brownish yarn. So I would just copy the designer, but please don't hate me. The designers do such a good job, so I can have my own pair that looks like the sample of the designer. And this beauty is again same as my coast to coast yarn. Okay, they look really similar. Okay, I'm so sorry, but yeah, this is Coast to Coast Unexpected Friendship, and this is the second yarn of my pre-order. This is Honey Frozen Yogurt from Olivia and Oliver Fibers, and this is beige as well with speckles. I love the combination of like beige or white and then a lot of speckles of different colors and hand-dyed yarn. This looks so good, and I'm debating on just knitting plain vanilla socks in them with a 2x2 ribbing cuff, because I like 2x2 rib on the cuff for vanilla socks a bit more, because it cinches in more and gives like a really fitted looking sock. And yeah, it is beigey, and then it has so many different speckles of like green and blue and pinks and lilacs and dark plum and light plum, and it looks amazing. It even has like some brownish, orangey, yellowish colors and a lot of green. And I think I'm just gonna do a basic vanilla sock and not something textured, because this I'm knitting into the Monday Sunday socks, so the light cabling will enhance the color more. But I don't know that many cabled sock patterns. So if you have any pattern ideas or any patterns you can recommend for knitting a cabled sock, please let me know. I would love. But I know that Emma from the New York Year has pretty textured socks. I've just test knitted a few for her, so I think maybe I'm gonna look into her Ravelry library again and see if a pattern really just sticks to my eye and I can imagine it in this colorway. But yeah, this is actually, I'm just gonna grab them all. This is my hand-dyed yarn collection. They look so pretty together. Oh, this yarn is actually not meant to be here. So, how cute! These look so pretty, and now I have my thumbnail. So yeah, so pretty, so cute. I just love them all. I can't wait to knit them up. And yeah, I think that's all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and for all the people who subscribed already and shared my vlogmas on Instagram and said that they like it and that they recommend my vlogmas to others. I'm so happy about all your feedback and comments and likes and new subscribers. So if you want to get notified about me posting a video, then just subscribe and activate the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And some people asked me if I would like to do knitting podcasts. And yes, this is also my plan. So after Vlogmas, I would love to start a knitting podcast regularly, maybe even like weekly, because I usually knit pretty fast and I have more than one whip ongoing because I'm not a monogamous knitter. So I usually have 2 to 5 whips ongoing, depending on how big they are and what I'm feeling. If I have big cast on energy, then I just cast on all I have in mind and then just knit on them on a daily basis, like 1 hour this and 1 hour that. So usually I have a lot to show. So maybe not every week a finished object, but I would have every week to share some progress and at least one project. So yeah, I would love to start that regularly, and then maybe doing seasonal knitting videos, so what I will knit in fall and winter and summer and spring. And yeah, I would really love to share my knitting with you guys. So as I said, subscribe and activate the bell so you get notified whenever I post anything. And yes, as I said before, have a wonderful day or evening or morning or whenever you're watching this, and happy Vlogmas! See you in the next one. Bye!